Welcome to our annual Black History Program celebration. Our theme for tonight is Fulfilling a Dream, centered on Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. My name is Reginald Johnson. Reginald Johnson III. Welcome. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech on August 28, 1963 at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. It is regarded as the greatest speech of the 20th century and one of the greatest speeches in history. A scholar and a pastor, Dr. King was able to combine academic, political, and biblical elements in his I Have a Dream speech. He referenced the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Emancipation Proclamation, and the Bible. In the speech, King demands the same justice and equality for Black Americans that are promised to all citizens in the Declaration of Independence.
Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadows were started today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice.
100 years later, the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination.
100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity.
100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land.
And so we come here today to dramatize a shameful condition.
Please stand and join us in singing and lift every voice and sing.
Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall.
This note was a promise that all men, yes, white men as well as black men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come back insufficient funds.
But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vault of opportunity of this nation. And so we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice.
We have also come to this hollow spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the soothing drug of gradualism.
Now it's time to make real the promises of democracy.
Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolated valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice.
Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood.
Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.